live on the road. Road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Who are you on the road with? I'm on the highway to hell. That's what I heard. That's not really true. Sorry, I laughed, dude. I'd be like, what did you just say? That was so funny. I am High Priestess Phoenix. I'm your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle. Every time I say, like, right then I was about to say teacher, I'm like, dude, I'm learning some shit. Anyways, shaman, oracle, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic. That's what I just said too. Sucks to be a psychic. Witch and messenger of God. Hey, how are you? It's Saturday still. I know, I'm supposed to be at work, right? And I'm fucking here. But work isn't working. It's not working. I'm working, but work isn't working. What happened? I forgot. What had happened is I forgot. It's been like, forgot how to work it. Work it. No, on Saturday, there's no airplane rides. Not really. And Saturday, you have to be part of the freaking town. And I was like, oh, survey says, I like the idea of driving through downtown and seeing, the Christmas lights that should be up right about now. Sounds lovely. But as far as, picking up people that are drinking and, being part of, the Matrix and shit that are on egotism and on this grind, I don't want nobody grinding in my car. The only one grinding in my car is me. Because I'm out here grinding. No, obviously not. No, that's not what happened. So anyways, I had to make some decisions. And the reason I'm telling you about this is because it's Friday then. We're in shadow work. And that's what I was laughing about. I was like, no way. I got to fucking ditch shadow work for the weekend. Nah, bitch. No, bitch. Shadow work. Okay, so the shadow work at hand. I did a freaking reading earlier, and that one was for you and your crew. But what does this have to do with me, God? Why am I part of this stupid story? Why am I here? What do I got to do with any of this? I don't really remember what the cards have to do with it. I'm just telling you what my shadow work at hand is, and that's what it is. Is like I said before I got this car. I hope to God that I can do it better to where I don't have to do it again. Meaning, if I fuck this up, it doesn't mean that it's gonna, I'm gonna fuck it up. It just means I'm gonna have to learn how to do it better. I hope that I do it better. And so, right now, I'm executing my learning techniques, right? So, what have I learned? I learned what I already knew, which is always what we relearn. It's okay, but are you gonna do what you always did? And that's just kind of where it is. So, what is this all coming down to? Well, I went out with the best intentions to do, to set out and do what I'm supposed to do. But when I got out, it's not doing what I wanted to do. So the question is, do I go chasing what I want, or do I accept that I'm not supposed to be doing what I thought I was supposed to be doing? Right? And that's where it is too, is when you get in these work vibes, you just get a little bit, carried away. I've done great things this week. I did exactly that. I paid off my, I paid off my freaking rental within 2 days, like I said I was going to. I came up with exactly what I said wanted to be. I expected, but I'm grateful for, how I've started. And so, right now it's okay, naturally, I went out, that's just how it is. You go outside and you spend a fucking in order to, even things out. And not understanding that that's what it was given for, is so that you could use it for these such things. It wasn't supposed to be held on to for something better. This is exactly what it was meant for. Right? In the sense of, did I go out blowing a bunch of money? No, I think we spent $15 at the fucking thrift store. We went out and had a meal like we were supposed to have. I got the cheapest room in town, which was not a sleazy hotel in fucking off of Colfax, but rather I'm in DTC. You know what I mean? What? I know. I've never been in the Denver Tech. Nobody wants to go to the tech center, but that's where God put my spirit this time. He's like, I want you in the business class. We got business to handle. That's what's funny. It's not funny. I work at the airport. There's nothing but hotels out there, but I can't fucking stay at a hotel where I work. I got to go across town and do all these crazy things. So think about all of that, right? Okay. So anyways, I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go back and make up the money that I spent and, plus more so I can clear this G, because, I'm a G. Oh shit, fucking bitch. Ego, don't matter. That's just how I view myself. It's like, you're better than this. You need to push yourself to be better. Do you have that masculine inside of you that just keeps pushing you? It could be you, or it could be your grandma. Could be God. You got to understand who's pushing and why am I pushing myself right now. So anyways, I'm sitting there and I did a couple loop-de-loops around and that's it too. God broke me through the 115 people that are waiting to catch a ride, only to drive around and realize I'm right here. I can see none of us are catching a ride. There's nobody here. They're not coming. There's nobody here. So it's like, do you want to go somewhere and catch a ride? Or do you want to just go and just catch some vibes? And that's what it is too, is like, I remembered. So I used to come to work. All of a sudden, my Holy Spirit would all the way from Denver International Airport way out to Red Rocks so that I could sit on top of the rocks and be cleansed out and tell some stories. You know what I mean? Which was basically come to the holy grounds and, be holy, right? Seriously. And that's how the beginning started. And I used to get frustrated about it, but I would just do it. It's like I was at work, but now here I am. And what I didn't understand is I had other work to be done. I didn't understand the actual work that I was doing, you know what I mean? And as far as messaging and internal work by just video documentary, you know what I mean? Just the video or the audio documentary of, exploring my feelings at particular times of the day and night. And there's a billion videos of me. And I bet if we went back, it happened every Saturday. I bet if I went back and watched those videos, that every Saturday I'd bomb out and end up at the top of Red Rocks, you know what I mean, healing myself instead of making money, which was far more important. So anyways, is that where I'm going? Probably, to be honest. If you're trying to stalk me, come holler at a girl. But, just know that they're going to get you before I do. Son, don't get you. I hear Michael Jackson. But in the sense of, it's like, you has a different plan for you. And you can set out to do what you to the gates, but he won't the doors. You know what I mean? So in essence, if I go down to downtown Denver with the feeling and understanding that I know from the years of experience that I know, if I don't want people in my car, then I'm not going to get people in my car. And if I don't, you know what I mean? The very people that I don't want in my car are going to be the people that I put in my car, because I went after something I didn't really want to be part of. So everything I don't want is going to come to me. Do you understand how manifestation and attraction works? Right? So this is where my growth can be seen, where my pride and my ego can sacrifice and understand there's something bigger than money and power and success. That my ability to produce money tonight is not the most important thing. And I can only tell my mind this from the experiences that it's already seen. I can remember how important it was to, how I've done this before and everything's okay, and how despite not making more money and having spent money, I made a little bit of money, gas. And that's what happened. I gassed up 2 cars, bought a pack of cigarettes and a meal and a hotel room. And we're like, oh shit, where'd it all go? You know what I mean? Like, oh shit. And I'll have to do it again tomorrow. You know what I mean? But that's what God's trying to show me, is like, you want more to feel safe, but why don't you feel safe now? And that's it. It's like, do you have enough for tonight? Are you good for tonight? Yes. Do you have for tomorrow? Yes. Do you have for Monday? Yes. Like, can you calm down and not, keep chasing what you think you need? And that's it. We didn't have to actually have that conversation. And that's where it is the battle it wasn't a battle. It was a surrender. And that's where you start to realize that you're winning. You know what I mean? Where you don't have to fight yourself to do what, what you're feeling is the right thing to do, even though your mind doesn't agree with it. You know what I mean? My mind's like, well, I thought we were going to go out and, make $150, $200 for tonight. That's what we thought. That's why I put my face on. I put on this makeup. I took 2 baths. I smell like $1 million. And, I was out, earlier. That's what we did. We went and did the things that we liked. And then I got some bath stuff. I did that. And then I came out to handle business. But, there's no business to be handled. Mind your own business is what I heard. And so the growth is that I didn't, you know what I mean, feel guilty or ashamed or have to explain to myself why it's okay to, you know, go just take a ride just because you can and not because you have to, and to go do something, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like you spend all your time at Red Rocks. You don't understand what that is. You know what I mean? Like, I can't explain that to you, what that means. It's like when you're a soul, you can do the same thing over and over and over. But each time you do it is something different and spiritual. And to be honest, I don't go to Red Rocks at night. I don't take my family up there in my car and all of that stuff. I don't do that at night. So, business. I don't take time for me. I mean, you know, not usually. And if I do, I'm watching the clock and I'm calling them and I'm, you know, I'm worried about what's going on because of the situation. And I don't have to worry. They're playing Xbox right now. You know what I mean? Their phones are charged. They're fed. They're, you know, goofing off. My daughter's dancing in the bathroom right now. You know what I mean? Doing what she wants to do. He's playing Xbox. They're doing exactly what they want to do. Why shouldn't I feel okay to do something for myself? And that's another thing, is I'm not battling this. I'm not pushing, my mind isn't trying to make me feel guilty to do something that's not in my highest interest, you know? And that's a whole nother fucking conversation to be had. It's Saturday night. I'm a grown woman, a beautiful woman, dressed to impress, single with a pocket full of money. Why don't I want to be part of the matrix? Because it doesn't bring me happiness. You know, was giving away tickets yesterday. I think it was yesterday. He was doing like a raffle for, you know, VIP tickets to see G-Eazy here at the Mission Ballroom. I could have called him and said, give me a ticket. I used to have a crush on that guy. I'd like to go see how I feel about him in that sense. You know what I mean? I could have, but it's like I'm no longer interested in being in a crowd of people or G-Eazy. But I used to, and I'd like to see you too. And what is tequila? You know, maybe I want to smell the tequila again. You know what I mean? Like, I know who I was and what I used to like and what, you know, what I was. And I appreciate, you know, how those things used to bring me joy. It's just like thinking about right now, me stepping into that scene, the way that I, you know, seeing people and their thoughts and their insecurities and their projections and being stuck in a room with them while they're filling their body with poison to enlighten themselves. I can't do it, bro. And then G-Eazy. I don't even know where I'm supposed to go with a conversation with that guy. Hey, here's my card. You want me to clean your chakras or something? Like, you're not the same guy I thought you was, because I'm not the same girl that was attracted to that guy and a guy. You know what I mean? I don't think like that anymore. It's a different kind of guy for me now. You know what I mean? It's a different vibe. And that goes back to me being the Queen of Pentacles. I just want to be outside. I just want to be safe. I'm not safe. We're not safe around humans. I'm not. You know what I mean? In the sense of, I'm catching all your darkness. Whether you really are trying to put it on me or not, I'm there. I know your dark thoughts. I know all that stuff. And my job is to take it and alchemize it and turn it into love and compassion. Somehow know everything dark about you and have love and compassion and understanding for you while you're, you know what I mean, sitting there thinking you're the hot shit and you're out here for a piece of dick. And you done left your kids and you don't even have gas money to get home type shit. Like, I can't even right now with you, girlfriend. And this guy right here, he's literally got an STD and he really wants to put it in your mouth. And he knows that he's got something coming out of it. It burns when he pees and he wants to put that in your mouth. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I know what's going on and I don't want to know. I don't want to go. Please don't put me out there. I don't want to go out there with those people. Seriously. Sorry. And that's it. It's like, I want to go back to my story earlier. I was talking about she does all this stuff without a fuss. No, I bitch about all kinds of shit. That's what it is. Once I'm home in the kingdom, they're like, oh God, Lilith's here. She never shuts up. Lilith never shuts up. Why did you create Lilith to never shut up? And they can't say shit. Christ don't say nothing to me. The angels, nobody. God made me this way. They love me. They don't like it. And that's it. You don't have to like me. You just have to love me. You have to respect that I'm God's daughter and that this is how he fucking made me. And so they're like, why did you make her like that, God? why did you make Lilith so loud and so this and that? Like, that's my girl. And, you know, now, here in the flesh, you know, it's like, why did you make them like this, God? Why? I don't like them, God. It's like, that's my kid. Be nice to my kid. I love my kid. Am I projecting on you? Or is this a whole projection that you're just like me and, you know, we're just a mirror of each other in that sense? And that's what I heard earlier. And then this awesome post came up. My twin flame was like, why are you always making me look bad? Bitch, I'm not making you look like shit. I didn't make nothing out of you. I'm trying to make you better. You just feel bad about your life and how people... The connection when I was talking about my twin flames. Always, it's a dead connection right there. In the sense of, that's what I was talking about. I don't know if you heard it. I just looked down and it said it was reconnecting. That's what I heard, is they're like, why are you always making me look bad? I'm not making nothing. And no, why do you look at yourself bad? I mean, I'm just telling you what you are. What's wrong with it? I didn't say it was bad. I was like, you could be better. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on, and there's all kinds of, I'm in all kinds of rooms, and, you know, I'm all behind the fucking veil listening to all this shit, and I'm like, you know, I should probably tell somebody this shit I'm hearing. Somebody write this down, take a picture. I don't give a fuck. You gotta hear this shit. Do you hear the universe talking right now? They are telling everybody's turn. They got messages for you people. The rest of you are like, let me pull out my tarot cards and see what it says. What does that card mean, dickhead? That was it. I didn't even have to pull out a card. I opened a book. I was like, yeah, this is me. This is all me. Oh, this is me. Oh, this is me. This is me. Why? Because it's about me. It's all about me. What does that mean? Collectively, you should be like me. You gotta get like me. That's what I heard. I love myself. That's funny. That's the healing journey, right? You're like, why couldn't you do this before? Because I wouldn't put God first. I put my pride first, bro. God didn't come first. I didn't come first. You know what I mean? What I wanted to do didn't matter, and that's what I said in that video. I didn't matter. All that mattered was that I met the fucking needs of everybody else. That I met these quotas. That I met, you know what I mean? The expectations that I put upon myself and that others put upon myself. You know what I mean? Compassion, love, and understanding were not part of the recipe of, you know, how I live my life. There was no compassion for my situation. You're gonna fucking grind through this, bitch. You're gonna fucking be successful no matter what. They're looking at you, and you've got to be the best of the best of the best. There was no fucking love. I fucking hate this. I hate there's understanding. No, I didn't understand shit. I didn't care. I didn't give nothing my time or energy. All that mattered is that I was doing what I was supposed to do, what my mind said was next to do. You know what I mean? I stayed on the one-track mindset of, you know, grinding. You know what I mean? That's all I thought about. Wake up in the morning, and I used to describe it. It's like my thoughts were going so much faster than my body. As soon as I opened my eyes, my brain was telling me everything that I needed to do with my day. Everything I hadn't done right the day before, every mistake I had ever made, all of these things, it kept telling me what was wrong with me and what I needed to do to be better. And no matter what I did, it just kept telling me to do more and to do more and to do more. And I followed it for 39 fucking years. And then I just stopped doing, I tried to stop doing what it said and just listen to it and try to understand it. And it was a really dirty, filthy process. And sometimes I don't. Like yesterday morning, I told you, my mind's telling me to go. I can't stop it. Okay, sit still. Why is it in overload right now? You know what I mean? And that's it. It's like, why are you acting like this? We've worked on this before. Come on. You have control stuff that's come up that I didn't really deal with, and now it's affecting a different area of my life because I didn't face this shit yesterday. Tried to put it away and deal with work, you know, stuff like that. And that's what it says, is if you don't deal with the shadow aspect of yourself, it's going to come back more fierce and attack other parts of your life. You know what I mean? Again, they're showing me awful fucking references. They're showing me violence, they're showing me sex, they're showing me greed, they're showing me all of this stuff. If you can't just admit that this is how you feel and learn how to work through those feelings, then you're gonna turn into those feelings, or you're gonna start pretending like those are somebody else's feelings. Meaning, like, you're pointing fingers at people that do what you do. You know, and that's the church. You know what I mean? They're condemning you for their own thoughts and feelings. These horny motherfucking men, God didn't take away that feeling of their dick. And especially these bitches that walk into church with their fucking vaginas hanging out and their tits hanging out. And they don't know what to do with it, so they touch what's closest. You know what I mean? Like, it's not... why? Because it's normalized. It's normal. They're all doing it. They're like, this is not normal. Look at the documentary. There's great documentaries. They've been doing it since forever. You know what I mean? They got to find an outlet, and they did. And it's like, they didn't take away, this is going to lose some subscribers. They just said, you're about to lose some people. I don't care. Get out of my face. You're denying the truth. Men are men. Women are women. We have feelings. We have urges. If you don't control them, or at least understand them and give into them, not necessarily give into them, but incorporate them into your life, which are your feelings, and understanding about how you feel, and you know what I mean, your desires and stuff. I'm fucking 40 years old and I don't know touch. What's wrong with me having, you know, exciting teenage thoughts about touching someone or being touched finally? That means I've done a lot of hard work where I'm not afraid of it anymore. I'm excited about it. That took 2 years, almost 3, of facing the most unbelievable sexual trauma and fucking, you know what I mean, manipulation and programming of my mind to finally be excited about touch again. There's nothing wrong with me going into a lustful fucking energy. You know what I mean? And then talking about blowjobs. The only thing I ever enjoyed about sex, the only thing I can ever remember that was good, and I was good at. It's not bad to talk about these things. It's not bad to enjoy things. You know what I mean? What's bad is to deny that you even liked it. Why can't I say that I liked it? It was the only thing that I was in control and wasn't done to me, that I could do to someone else, and both of us were pleased, instead of them just pleasing themselves using me. What's wrong with that? Do you know what I mean? But instead it makes you guys, you know, I'm vilified for being, you know, dirty mouthed. Read the scriptures. He made me like this. Literally. And it all came down to, I wasn't this. I was not going to give my body to a man. And then because I didn't, it turned into a demon part of me, where I used my body against all men. Do you understand? I'm Lilith. So now, having to go back and repair all that fucking bullshit, now we're ready to give our body to a man, but not someone else's man, or this, you know what I mean? It's like, you were worthy, but I can't go into sin with you. It's not that you weren't good enough, it's that you needed to do things a little bit better to have me. Fucking, this is crazy. This Russ, it's like I rejected him and said he couldn't be my man. So he spent 2 years trying to become whoever he thinks I want him to be, which all I'm begging him to be is just more of him and less of whoever the fuck they're telling him to be. You know, and that's the truth. And that's what I tell every one of these men. You know what I mean? In a sense, pretty much. So, lots of testimony. Again, God called me off of work because I have other work to do. I can't just, you know, I could keep all this stuff to myself, all this growth and wisdom and knowledge and experience and transformative, you know what I mean, testimony, or I can do the work that God gave me, is to be the voice. You know what I mean? The voice and the light. Love and light, bitch. Let's bring some light and some love to this darkness that we call life. These shadow aspects of not only my life, but your life. You know what I mean? Your life. You're denying the things that you like. You know what I mean? Because, you know, why? So let's go back to right now, you know, heading towards fucking Red Rocks. My mind can tell me a bunch of reasons why I shouldn't go. You shouldn't be out wasting money. You shouldn't be out wasting gas. You shouldn't be out leaving your kids. Why is it telling me this? Because these are logical reasonings behind other people. But am I wasting money? Am I wasting gas? Or am I investing money and gas into God's work and what I like to do? You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be, you know, that's like, you know, earlier today, we had a good meal. Did I waste money by having a good meal, or did we need a good meal? Do I not make sacrifices for us to eat, you know what I mean? Processed foods and whatever they want, you know what I mean, most of the time. And that's it. It's like I didn't splurge or overdo. I did what was right to do for me, you know what I mean? And that's what it is. It's like your brain's trying to tell you why you can't do for you. How, you know, doing for you is you know, I don't know what the word is. It's just, you know what I mean? It keeps you from self-love. Oh, I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't give in to this. Why? And I'm seeing Lewis. I made lots of jokes. I was like, Lewis, I'm going to cover my body in Nutella and make you lick it off. Like, why would I say that? Lewis loves Nutella. But because of Lewis's contract to be a healthy, you know, street racer, he's gone to the extremes where he denies himself Nutella. He will not give it to himself because he's told himself that it's unhealthy and he can't have it, that it's a double standard to his, you know what I mean, his green way of life. What? You can't still be, you know what I mean, plant-based and enjoy a little bit of chocolate in your life, a little bit of something, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. If you don't do this, then you're going to end up, you know what I mean, having diabetes, or one day really giving in and fucking it all up and eating some, you know, overindulging in, all, you know, too much chocolate. You know, I'm hearing a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. And, you know, so tonight is a learning curve for me, and I'm proud of it, is because I was able to just walk away without a fight. Can you just walk away from work tonight? You've worked 6 days this week. You know what I mean? You're worked 5 days in a row. Can you just walk away? You have a room finally where you can sleep. You can go take another hot bath. Dude, the water was so hot. I literally was walking. It was the best ever. It's like I have a bed. All I wanted was to stretch into bed. Why am I not doing what I wanted to do? That's right, because my mind told me I needed to do what I should do. Put off what you want until we take care of business. Well, I went to do what you told me to do, mind. And, you know, I minded that business, but there was no business to be had. And that's it too. It's like, do I let my mind tell me, or do I tell my mind what's happening now? I listen to you, now you listen to me. And that is the balance between your masculine and your feminine. All right, I'm going to give in to my masculinity. It wants to go out and be productive. It wants to, you know, it wants to provide. It wants to protect. It wants to be in a little bit of control. It doesn't feel so good that we've lost all that money. It wants more money. That's all it wants. It wants to feel like, it wants security. That's your masculine. Your masculine inside of you wants security. So I gave into it. All right, we're going to go do what we can. I did. I made a little bit of money. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, which is what? The gas that I'm wasting, to be honest. To be honest, the gas and a pack of cigarettes, which is all I'll need tomorrow. You know? And so I gave into the masculine, and then, you know, there's nothing else to have. So it's like, do I let the masculine keep controlling my night? Or do I say, hey, you got yours. Now it's my turn. Well, what do you want to do? I don't know. Let's just go for a ride. That's all we're doing anyways. Let's do it without getting money. Let's go where we like to go. Okay. You remember and that's where I'm reminding my mind. You know, and my mind is working with me. I remember going up here. I remember missing work and sitting here and feeling good in the dark. I remember the good feelings of being up here. That's not so bad. It's not so bad to miss work and come up here. And that's it. If you want to go to holy grounds, you come here. You don't have to go to Egypt and Shasta. You want to go somewhere where it's telling you. It's not. Nikola Tesla knew it. That's where he was trying to do all of that work out here. He knew the energy fields were out here. That goes back into history. Many knew. Why do you think Red Rocks is built? It was a place of prayer before you guys made a place of party. Now we party to the prayers of the gods. The gods live here. And that's the same as I'm seeing the Greek Colosseums and stuff. You go to see these ancient ruins, you know what I mean, to have the idea of, you know, what was there before. It's still here. The essence is still here. You can tap into the essence of it. But, you know, going back to the Temple of Isis, it was a temple of, you know, the energy that they worshipped there. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what Red Rocks is this is a temple of the energy that was worshipped here, and I can come here and I can feel it, but it doesn't mean that it's not with me everywhere I go. And that was a hard time too. When I left Colorado the first time, when I started getting prepared, they showed me that they were going to kick me out of Colorado, and I cried every time. I can't leave you. You're all I have. Which is what? Red Rocks, Mother Cabrini Shrine, Black Hawk. That was what I was afraid to leave. It wasn't the people, it was the land, and how the land made me feel. You know, the security of the land and what it had done for me. And Mother Cabrini is like, you know, she told me, we're never going to leave you. We're just going to leave here. We'll always be with you. You don't have to come here for us to be with you. This is where we came to meet. This was just where we met. And that's it too. It's like, you know, I have red rocks that I carry in my altar. I have mica that with the gods. It's the energy of the land. The blood that was spilt on that land. You know what I mean? The people that praise the gods in that land. It's like Isis isn't there. It's the love for Isis that is there. You know, Jesus is in Jerusalem. It was the stories and the, you know, the love for what had happened during that time. Right? And that's like the White House. It's like, how many presidents have lived there? They don't live there no more, bro. They don't live there. Their spirit lives on, but not in those four walls. Many have come and lived there. Many presidents have lived in that home. But that's just, you know, that's just the home of, you know, the presidential energy. Doesn't mean that it's, what are they doing? I think those are police. It doesn't mean that it's our energy. I have not come down here in the dark. It's a dark-ass night, too. Hey, I remember when I saw that entity on the side. One of the skinwalkers. That scared the shit out of me, that video. I remember that. Anyway, so I just kind of wanted to talk about that. Is like, when do you give yourself permission? At what point do you take control, you know what I mean, of yourself and, you know, your thoughts? Do you let them run wild every day, all day? Do you try to suppress them every day, all day? You know, when do you let your feelings out? When do you let your thoughts out? How important is that to you, to hear what you're thinking and how you're feeling? How often do you check in with yourself? Do you have time for yourself? Do you have time to just take, like right now, all I'm doing is taking time for myself. But I'm actually, you know, in doing this, something I like, I'm taking time to teach you about myself too. But, you know, in learning about myself, it helps you, your introspection on yourself. You know what I mean? So, how do I say this? Every no to someone else is a yes to, you know, the bigger picture. It's like me saying no to work is saying yes to me. You know what I mean? And me saying yes to me is only going to create more abundance for me and everyone around me. If I feel good, then I'm putting out good vibes. Do you know what I mean? If I'm stressed out and I'm fucking tripping out, I'm going to be stressing out and tripping out other people. That's just how it is, you know. In yourself. What's wrong with you? My mind's out of control. Let's down with it. Let's find out what's going on in there. Like, stop pretending like it's not bothering you. What's going on with you? I don't feel so good. All right, let's sit down. Let's figure out why don't you feel good? What are you feeling like? No, I feel like this, but, you know, because I keep thinking about this. Okay, let's work through this shit, bro. So you don't gotta feel like that. So you don't gotta think like that. And that's the illness. That's everybody's choosing to stay in these unhealthy vibrations. It doesn't feel, you don't feel good about where you're at, but you won't take the time to heal yourself. Why is he doing that? Because he's on drugs. Why is he doing those drugs? Because he doesn't want to feel. So he'd rather feel like nothing than feel what it feels like to be like him. Okay, there's people here. And you should come here and just come for the vibe anyways. Drop my energy off, pick up some new energy. I dig it. I don't know what you guys are doing. I always had this fear too, is like, I'm not parking next to it and people are out here fucking. Have I ever seen anyone having sex out here? No, I'll probably be the first. That's probably what I've been manifesting. I'm like, I'm gonna catch someone out here having sex. I mean, that's what people say that happens, but I've never seen it. I never have. I'm gonna have to be the first one to do this shit. You're like, how dare you talk? Hey, do you hear me? I'm talking about having sex finally, instead of being fearful about it. I mean, that's a lot of healing and stuff. And that's it. We come here to identify our strengths and weaknesses. That was a great little ride. And then what am I going to do from here? I'm going to go get some snacks. Probably not Oreos because I don't really need them. I'm going to go get some snacks, curl up with my kids and my dog, and enjoy the good day that God had given me. Tomorrow's Sunday, and, it could be good. I could, potentially, if he gives me the idea to do so, I could re-rent or, extend my stay and just kind of stay in the room and stay in bed and all this stuff and enjoy tomorrow just as well. And that's it. It's the fruits of your labor. Yeah, I didn't get a whole week out of it, but I can at least enjoy a couple of days before I have to get back into, I didn't get what I wanted, but I got something good. It's good enough. It's great. And that's being grateful and being content. I didn't go out and make $200 on a Saturday night. Instead, I decided to take an L and just breathe. Who do I have to explain that to? Do I have a man or somebody, do I got a pimp? Do I got somebody I got to explain to, how much money is in my pocket and what the fuck I'm doing with it? No. The only person I got to explain my movements to is myself. Why are you doing what you're doing? Who told you to do that? And that's it. I don't have to explain shit to anybody. But ultimately, it's like, we feel that, we have to be understood. I gotta make you understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. So then you can feel me. You can get where I'm coming from. You're not going to. Oh, and that was another download I got yesterday. I told you, I get them all the time. I just don't have time. I'm busy and I just can't just jump on and tell you everything that's being told. There's a lot of people that try to box me in and try to understand me. You know what? I need to get out and smoke. I didn't smoke. I don't smoke in this car. I have to get out and smoke. I just realized that. There was some car parked up there. I didn't want to park up there. They just want me to smoke. Why? It's cleaning my energy. Why do you smoke? You're just clearing out what's inside of you, douches. I mean, seriously. You ever cleaned your pipe? You're gonna put something in? No, I'm just kidding. Going back to it, it's like, why can't I ever just get a handle on you? Because I'm not one thing. I'm not one form of nothing. There's why can't you just be stable? Predictable? Understandable? Normal? You know what I mean? I don't know what that means. And that's like me as the goddess of the moon. You trying to understand the full capacity of the moon and how it works is never going to work. You know what I mean? You trying to understand my three aspects and which one is the best is not going to work because all of them are important. I go from the maiden to the mother to the crone. I go from the light to the dark. You know what I mean? I am unpredictable, as is the wind. She's like the wind. That's an interesting song. What's that song from? She's like Dirty Dancing. That's a good song. It's on the Dirty Dancing soundtrack. I don't know who sings it. I'm like, where did I ever hear that song? That's where I heard it from. I asked him, and that was the answer given. Ask, and so shall it be given. But anyways, going back to it, it's like, why can't you just let it be? Why can't you just let me be? Why do I have to be one or the other? And why do I have to be understood or labeled? Why can't I just flow? What am I doing today? I mean, if you looked at me, how I'm dressed, you'd be like, oh, she's in her mother stage. She looks very, she looks like a mother. Okay, but if you saw me on Thursday, I was in the tightest dress, tiny little dress, my little boots and stuff out there looking like a maiden, looking like I was in my 20s. Okay, but, tomorrow's Sunday, I'm not putting on fucking makeup. I'm going to put on a long-ass dress that covers all the way to my fucking ankles. I'm going to be comfortable. I'll wear a bra, and that's about it. I'm going to be in my crone stage. I'm going to be fucking 42 years old tomorrow. Why can't I just be everything that I am whenever I want to be it? Why do I got to be, whatever why do I have to meet your understanding? You can't understand me. I don't understand me. I just let me be. And that's all you got to do is just accept me. Accept that I might start bitching. It doesn't have nothing to do with you. It's just something I do. Let me bitch. Don't take it personal. Okay, I might get really loving and start crying about, world disasters and shit. It has nothing to do with you. I get really overwhelmed. I have feelings. And they take off and they go places. And I explore them. And that goes back to my twin flame. I don't need you to understand me. I just need you to love me. Just love that there's so much of me that can't be understood. And that it's all coming through and it's going to be okay. And that's if you can understand that about me, then me and you are going to be perfect. Because that's the truth about you. I don't fully understand you humans. I don't know exactly. I know what I need to know. And that's what I said. I don't have an understanding as to explain this to me, Russ. Help me understand what your motives or beliefs are behind what you're doing. I don't understand what you're thinking. I don't have to understand. I have compassion. You know what I mean? I have love. I'm forgiving to whatever is happening right now. So whatever. Sure. Whatever. And that's it. It's like, don't wait for me to become something that I'm not. I'm waiting for the perfect time when she's going to be, something. What? I don't know what I am. I'm everything and nothing all at once. And that's what it is. It's like, they're trying to understand all the aspects of me. You can possibly. Because first off, if you were trying to label them or limit them, that would drive you crazy in general. One thing, but then she would turn around and show you she was something completely different. You knew Sarasvati, but you did not understand the Kali. You knew the Kali, but you didn't understand how she could shift. You know what I mean? And I know Lisa, but you don't understand that the High Priestess is here. There's so many parts of me. And the more that I can explain the parts of me doesn't mean that I'm one or just that part, but that all of these parts are inside of me. And that they make me, all of them are, are what make me. I'm not one of these things. I'm all of these things, and at any moment can be of them and just be nothing. Just be Lisa. The boring name and flesh that I wear in this skin. And that's what God wanted. You don't have to be greatness in this life. Just be my child and let me take care of you in this life. And that's what you don't get. A lifetime after lifetime after lifetime of being a goddess and being something that they can praise and look up to. And I'm still the goddess. This is still in this lifetime. I'm still here to be praised and looked up to and to guide his children. But not above them, but as them. And if anything, beneath them. I always see it that way. I'm here as your servant. You put me on this pedestal as above. But I tell you, there's nothing, that's not how it works. You build this patriarchy in your brain of how, this structured system of the divine. Even down to the tree of life. Okay, yes, there's the angels, the archangels, you know what I mean? The powers, the virtues, the seraphim, the choirs, and all of this. But it doesn't mean that anyone is above. It just means these are the areas that we all are, this is where we came from, but we're all part of the family of the tree of life. And I'm the serpent that moves through all. So I'm not that. But then, going back to it, it's like, I'm not even fucking human. I left the human experience in the very beginning. Only after being other beings did I come back and be part of the human being experience. And if you really want to understand Isis and you want to understand the Egyptians, then understand that their understanding was of the beings beyond their understanding. And they brought the messages of the beings and were proclaimed as God. In the same essence that you make me out to be this, fucking, guru, this goddess. You make me out to be God, but I'm only here as a messenger to God. And that's it. Is you give, and that's Jesus. It's Jesus. That's what he's saying. It's like, I came to proclaim my Father, and you tried to put me above him. You tried to say I was the Father. I am the Son, but I am the Father. And that's it. I'm his daughter. I'm no less than Jesus, and I'm no more than Jesus. And we are no more or no less than you, his children. We are all his children. Every single one. The Muslims, the Jewish, the Asians, the Haitians, you know what I mean? The Italians, all of them. We are all created, all the fragments of him, into little pieces, itty bitty pieces. You couldn't put all of God in one person. So we're all a reflection of what God is and what he can be. But we have to figure that out while wearing the flesh. And that's, to play a good will, and a messenger to his children, to be one of his children and to serve his children. And that's, that was Jesus. Jesus was his child. That's what you know. For he gave his only begotten son. He gave him to you guys to show you. Do you know what I mean? But in the essence, his job as his son, his son, and as me as his daughter, is to serve his children. We weren't placed, they say he sits at the highest throne. The thrones are at the top of the tree of life. That doesn't mean much. We all sit in the same crowd. Nobody has a higher space. You know what I mean? We all serve a very important purpose here for humanity. And, as far as Christ, God he put a different energy into Christ that he put into that Christ came to explain to us. And that's why all religions try to teach you the Christ consciousness is to have the mindset that he taught us. You know what I mean? And they tried to put all this, religion tried to put all of these rules on, this is Christ-like, this is godly, this is ungodly. Everything is of God. There's not a place and time and space that he doesn't occupy. You're not outside of God. You can't be kicked outside of his kingdom. For heaven and earth are here, and you are his children. It's just how you experience it through your mind. One day it's the best day of your life. You're still in the same reality, same house, same job, same boyfriend, same fucking meal. It's the best cheeseburger of my life. You've had that cheeseburger a million times. You've had a million different cheeseburgers. But today you see it differently. You feel different about it. And that's what I mean. It's like, yeah, I fucking love cheeseburgers, but not today. I'll love them again, but, or maybe I won't. Don't try to tell me who I am and who I can be and who I should be and what I was and what I will be. And that's difficult. And as I say this, and I'll re-listen to it, is as I teach you how to act with me, I'm going to act, we need to understand that about each other. We're constantly transforming, or should be, to where, I know what I was. I know what I said. I know what I did. But I'm just not that anymore. Or I might be that again. But it's not like, I'm not going to be consistently always the same. Where I'm completely predictable. You know exactly what you're going to get every time. Know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to do. Then where am I in this? If you know everything about me, then where am I? How do I exist? Where's the adventure? Where's the excitement? Where's the authenticity? Where am I in this if you know everything about me? And it's like, going back to the men's fears. They have so many fears. There's so much more of me that they don't know. I don't know shit about you. And that's what I said. You're the fucking stranger. You're the one hiding behind social media, trying to pretend that you're something you're not, trying to be a fucking, just another fucking performer. If I wasn't psychic, I wouldn't even be interested, because you're just there's a billion views and there's plenty to view. You know what I mean? In the sense of, you're the fucking Stranger Things every fucking week. I'm completely, open and obvious and transparent about, my transformative powers and shape-shifting abilities, and how I go from, not extremes, but from, I go with the flow of the wind. I go from hot to cold. I go from fire to water. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, stop trying to understand me and just understand me. Stop trying to, and that goes back to Wolfman, stop trying to figure me out. Just understand me. Just understand me. That's it. It's like you're always trying to make it make sense. It's not going to make sense. I don't make sense. I don't make sense. God didn't make me, easy. I was one of his first creations. There was nothing easy about my creation. He made me out of chaos. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what I'm made of. It doesn't make me a bad person because I'm unpredictable. I don't know either. I don't know what part of me that's, what wiser part of me is going to take over and decide that this is what's best for me in this time. I'm grateful not to be too ignorant in the sense of I trust. My heart's telling me I can do this. I don't know. Shit like this. In the sense of, but and that goes back to, can you just accept that I am an ascending master? That this isn't my first rodeo. It just feels like the first time, every time. I've had 4 kids, and now I will be experiencing sex for the first time. You know what I mean? I've been with men, and I don't know what a first kiss feels like. I've done this. I wanted to get across. It's like, don't. I'm not just one thing. You can't just make me out to be that. And I'm not any of these girls. I'm none of these women. None of these women are me. They might have pieces, Reese's pieces of, fragmented things that you've seen them, exhibit that kind of look, an exhibition is what I heard of, what a divine feminine is. But you can't define it, and you can't limit it, and you can't put words on it, and you can't put me into a specific form. The second you think you know me, you're going to find out you have no idea. Why? Because I'm the unknown. And that's okay. You don't have to know. You just have to trust. That's all I have to say about that. It goes back to Bobby. It's like, you scare me. Well, I appreciate the truth. I'm pretty scary. I know that's how everyone feels about me. At least you were the first one to tell me. Tell me more. I never know what you're going to say. I know. It scares the shit out of me. It scares the shit out of me. It has my whole life. But I know I'm protected. I know I'm loved. I know it was meant to come out of my mouth, and that, so scares you. My unpredictability, that I might say something to you that you don't want to hear. Is it going to end your life listening to me say something that you didn't want to hear? I had this girl, I did pick up somebody. And, I don't want to tell the whole story. But anyways, it was music affiliated, and I gave her some resources. She's like, so are you still into music? I was like, no. I was like, that was just a piece of my life that started the activation of my spiritual awakening. I'm a high priestess now. I teach spirituality. She said, wow, that's great. I said, no, it's not. It's not what you think it is. It's not what you think it is. And I had to explain to her, it's like, this isn't love and light. This is the shadows of this is walking through the valleys of the shadows of death. You know what I mean? This is letting everything about you die and being reborn into the spirit. It's not the best thing. You know what I mean? It's not a great thing to be me, but it feels great once you've become what, you walk in it. It's like, yeah, it's praise, and that's it. It's like somewhere along the line, she knows somebody into spirituality that makes it look good. You know what I mean? I was like, no, this isn't yoga. This isn't, you know what I mean? We're not, these aren't self-love retreats. You know what happens when we self-love? We cry and we hurt, and then we need a treat. Like obscene amounts of fucking, childhood snacks and a blanket. And we really need our parents that, invisible parents that weren't there. We need, you know what I mean? Like this isn't, shit. I know. It was cool when I was just, sexy working at the fucking, being on stage and being, social and stuff like that. Yeah, it was cool then. I'm twice as cool now, but at the same time, what are you scared of? The truth? Are you scared that I'm going to catch something and I'm going to say something? Okay, well, that's all I ever do, is just catch shit and talk about it. It doesn't hurt nobody. It's supposed to help people. If I say something to you, it's not going to hurt you. You know what I mean? It might hurt your ego, and then it's going to make your feelings, flare up. They're just feelings. I cry too. I get angry too. We can work through this. They're just feelings. We can learn to work through them. And, that's it. It's like, you have all these fears. Tell me, what are you scared of now, dickhead? What are you scared of? You think I do spells? Haven't I shown you what I do spells for? You think I do what the fuck? You're scared of now. Can you see I'm not scared? I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid. I'm ready for sex and a baby and marriage and all of that. I'm ready to try again. I'm like wondering, well, where the fuck are you? What are you scared of now? Who's scared? Who's scared? Why are you scared? What did I do? What's wrong with you? It has nothing to do with me. It's your own built-up belief system about me or your future with me or else, or I don't really gonna be my wife and we're gonna live in a house. No, bitch, I told you we're not doing any of that shit. God told us we're getting in an RV and we're gonna go hang out in the woods and, you know, make great music and teach people spirituality and learn life and have exciting experiences and travel. That's what he said we're doing. That's all I want to do. Why can't you do that? What's wrong with you? Why don't you want to get in a fucking RV? What's so shameful about that? Why don't you want to go outside and play with me? Why can't we make babies and music? What the fuck are you scared of? Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just like, it's annoying at this point. Oh, you're this and you're that. Who cares? Who said I was any of those things? I'm not any of those things. You listen to my intro, I'm all of that shit. I'm a seer, a sage, a mystic, a medium, a psychic, a messenger of God. Why is this something to fear? Because what? Because I know God? Why are we in trouble? Why is your life in danger? Why can't you trust me and the feelings you have for me and what God will do for us? And that's to everybody else outside of you. Stop dealing with people that are afraid of you. And that's what I just posted. He said, God will make your enemies or something. I don't know. I posted it in my shorts. It's like, you know, I will make your enemies run away from you. I didn't know we were enemies. Where are you running to? This is a fucking flat planet, fucking Kanye. I can still see you, idiot. Put a bag on your face. I still see you. Where are you going? What are you afraid of now? You're afraid of you and how you feel. It has nothing to do with me. You're afraid that I'm going to bring these feelings out. Well, somebody better, because they're eating you up, fuckheads. Gosh, at least you're safe with me and I understand them. I have compassion. I know how to deal with them. Nobody else does. And that's why God sent me to you, to help you. And you're just a pain in my ass, to be honest. A lot of you are. But, I mean, not necessarily. Because, you know, trying to understand you helps me. Helps me help other people. And that's why you're, you know, don't be that guy. That guy. Don't be that guy. In the sense of, I love all of you. You know, I'm just like, God, why'd you make them like this? That's how you feel about me too. It's a perpetual feeling. That's how the angels feel about me. That's how they feel about you too. Why'd you make them like this, God? This is never ending. You want to step into the light or dark, or where you want to be in this conversation? Hey, dickhead. It's Saturday night. Don't you know how to drive on a Saturday night? You should probably go home. Maybe you've been drinking. I'm not sure. Prayers and protection for you. God, get him home safe. Get him off the fucking street. Why do you make him like that, God? See what I mean? So, anyways, that's it. I'm not trying to make you into something you're fucking not. I just want you to be who you are without limitations to what people tell you you can and can't be. And vice versa. Stop trying to make me into, you know, that bitch. Or some other bitch. Or stop trying to make me. Just let me. Just let me be. And love me. And I'll love you. That's it. So this isn't hard. This is not hard. You guys are making it hard. On yourselves and everyone else. And that's that fucking devil card. Who's the devil? You're the fucking devil. I told you there's nothing out here worse than you. You and your stupid fucking mindset and intentions of make America great again or some shit. How's it going? I love my life. Shit. That's it. I'm scared of what you're going to say. What, I'm going to make fun of your president? So what? He's our president. I don't care. Plenty of people make fun of him. Didn't they have a roast beef with that? Me. Shut up. You guys are hilarious. That's it. The Holy Spirit's funny. Way better than you. They say shit you would never. They would never. Why? Because you're too scared. You're scared of the impact. Brace for impact. This is going to be good. Why? Because it came from God. Shit. Stop worrying about people. They're his kids. They're just kids. Fuck them. That's me. Leave me alone. I'm just his kid. I'm not here to fuck with you. I mean, maybe if he told me to. If I'm fucking with you, it's because he cares about you. Because I don't fuck with you, stupid ass little bitch. I don't give a shit about you. God does. And then he, like, puts you all in my life to where I have to care. Ugh, I don't like them, God. Right, you're gonna love them. Fine! I don't like them. Why'd you make them like that? I'm a little screamy. Do you hear that? Yeah, I know. It's okay, because the inner child likes to scream at people. Why? It comes from my mother. She was a screamer. She used to just scream in our faces. So I tend to scream sometimes. Is that going to affect you? Is that going to hurt your feelings? Are you going to freak out if I just start screaming? Oh, because my mom used to scream at me and I can't take it. You might need to heal that. I tend to scream at, like, social events and stuff. I get real excited. I'm a bit of a screamer. And a crier. And a fighter. Yeah, you can't deal with all the layers of me and my beings. You fucking human. Just kidding. I get it. But all you gotta do is be you. And stop being, like that guy. Who's that guy? I don't know. You're all trying to be like some other guy. Somebody. You're trying to be like Lewis. Fucking Russ wants to be like Marshall. Marshall wants to be like, I don't know, maybe Allie. I don't know. Don't we all want to be like Allie? Just all sweet and cuddly. Love you. Just want to be vulnerable and, just lovesick and shit. That's a good thing to be, right? If there's anything that would be, if there's a weakness, that's a good weakness to have. Just lovesick and vulnerable. Like, I just fucking fall in love all the time. I can't help myself. I just love everybody. I scare the shit out of them and they don't want to love me back. Hey, like you said in your song, just because we're scared doesn't mean we're not in love. I fucking love you. You scare the shit out of me. Seriously. I'm not scared. Okay, I haven't really considered sex with you, Allie. I gotta be honest. I might be scared. In the sense of, what happens if I turn into a whole super freak with you? You're soft and cuddly. I don't think you're supposed to be taking your teddy bear. I saw Ted. I guess. Never mind. It's like you're not supposed to be doing that with your teddy bear. I guess so. Depending on, what kind of dog and how you're going to hump your dog. You see the dogs hump their toys? Such a bitch. That's a good joke. Alright, I'm way the fuck back down at the hotel. I'm cool about it. I am literally going to go over here and grab some snacky snacks for the kids because, the crowd goes wild when you walk in with sweets and stuff. They're like, look what I brought you. And I'm going to take off this beautiful face and go put on my regular, plain old, no eyebrow, having crone ass, 42-year-old ass fucking face and crawl into bed and just, love life. And that's good enough for me. I know you guys probably are having, you want more out of a Saturday night and you expect more and you deserve more. I get that. I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful. That's enough. You know what I mean? That's it. It's not about the breadcrumbs. You know what I mean? But if you're grateful for what you do have, then you can only be more grateful. You're only going to be calling in more. Gratitude, expressions of gratitude is an attraction for more. I'm good where I'm at. And that's what you gotta watch out too, is like, if you're not grateful for your ascension experience, you're asking for more. If you're not, you're not grateful that all of this is happening, you're just asking for more of it. Oh, okay, you didn't learn enough? Okay, well, we'll teach you some more so that you can be grateful. God, why are you humiliating me? Bitch, be humble. Oh, okay. That's it too. And my kid's gonna be sad at me, and that's it. It's like, who do I have to face right now when I decided to bomb out? When I decided I'm going to be a loser? Am I a loser? Could, because I didn't win. I didn't take hold of the gold. I could be. And and that's it. Do I go to my kids and say, hey, your mom's a loser. I didn't make no money. Or do I say, hey, I did my best, guys. It just didn't work out for me. God didn't have it happen. So I ended up just wasting time and gas. Took a quick ride for, and here I am. You know what I mean? And that's it. Are they going to understand? Who's not understanding about me making my choices? Who do I have to explain my choices to? Nobody, really. God just wanted me to tell you what I'm up to. Why? Because I don't have no fucking privacy. Like, don't tell them that you know, all that pumped up that you're a hard worker, and now you're going to tell them you took the day off. Well, was I supposed to work all 7 days? I'm definitely going to work tomorrow. It's Sunday. There's lots of airport rides on Sunday. So it makes sense. What day was I going to take off? I didn't take those other days off. Same thing. I haven't actually took a day off. I don't take a day off. It's either and most of the work I do is spiritual. So that's, it's internal. That means that it's affecting my outside world more than you actually know. And actually, no, you do know, because I keep telling you about, the work that I'm doing inside and how it's fucking with the world outside of me. How it keeps changing the world outside of me. I'm on this path, and then I just did some spiritual work, and now here comes Monday, and now I'm going a different way, and I don't know where I'm going, because all I did was fix some shit about how I view life. So now I have a different view, completely different view on my reality. Meaning I was working this job. Yeah, I started that job. What happened? I did some healing over the week, dude, and I didn't need the job anymore, and God gave me a better job. Are you serious? Yes. It's like he puts you in things until you heal it, and then he'll give you, again, more to be grateful for. I'm grateful that I learned this. Okay, good. You're going to learn how, you know what I mean? Don't pray for fucking patience. You want to learn how to be still? He's going to fucking make you sit still. Don't pay for strength. He's going to put you through weak shit and expect you to be strong. You want these things in your life. You want to have these characteristics, but you don't understand the character development process of becoming something. And that goes back to, being placed in the fire and in the pressure. Everything good has to be put under pressure, dude. You know what I mean? Diamonds, pearls. Fuck, a good pot roast. Nice and slow. You know what I mean? 3 to 4 to 6 hours on a slow heat. You know what I mean? To perfection. It's going to take time. You can't rush greatness, is what they say. And I'm seeing Kobe. He did this interview. And he's like, I see too many kids getting down on themselves because they can't make these quantum leaps in life. I was guilty, bro. Ask Russ. I swore when I understood this was a healing journey and that he was my twin flame and all he had to do was trigger me into my healing, it was game on. Let's go. I know what we need to do. Do something. And I would actually encourage him to do it. And he did. And he started taking it. He started having too much fun with it. He didn't give me a break. He didn't understand it was, he didn't see what it was really doing to me. He didn't care. He was just doing his part. But I was like, I'm going to be done with this in the summer. All I got to do, I'll be healed in the summer. I'll be back to my music. I'll get everything back together. No, bro. That is so not true. And that's me giving it every minute of my life for the last 3 years. It's been, I started in 2022, the fall of 2022. We're going into fucking 2025, bro. And it's every minute of every day. I don't put it down. I don't put down my healing and say, okay, not today. And when I have, there's videos about how I tried to not deal with it and how it crushed me. It's not a choice. I have no choice but to deal with it. But in dealing with it, it just makes everything better. So, waiting for me to be better could take this whole lifetime. Waiting for me to master master this, or you master me. No, it's a process. Baby steps. You know what I mean? That was that post. If we start today, we could be madly in love by, Valentine's Day. But we got to start. This isn't going to happen overnight. Like, I'm not really ready. Like, it all sounds good until you're close to me and I'm scared. My body's going to feel afraid of you. And, it's all theorized right now until we apply it in our lives. And like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, I shouldn't have touched him there. I shouldn't have, you overstepped your boundaries. You're being a man. You're not letting him be the man. And that's it. It's like, I need to put all this practice into play. Kid and play is what I heard. It's like, I've been practicing for a long time to do just this, to be ready for a man. And it's like, hey, where the fuck are you? Are you still afraid of some bullshit? Damn it. Am I not doing my job? You're not doing your job. Who's here to do this job? Who's going to come come love me and let me touch you and stuff. Who's gonna touch me? Who's gonna give me a baby? Who's this guy? Fuck. I thought it was that guy, this guy, that guy. I thought it was anyone. It could be anyone. In the sense of, God chose you. It's, do you choose to stand up and be the man that he thinks that I deserve? And that's it. He's like, game on. You're all worthy. Who wants her? Who's going to work for her? Who's going to do it? Who's going to honor my daughter? And that's it. It's like, none of you want to do it. And it's, I don't care. He chose. Who's going to choose to be my man? It's not about me choosing, and that's that fucked up saying. And I always keep saying, I choose you. No, as soon as I choose you, then they choose somebody else. They don't like my choices. My choices are no good, apparently. I choose all of you. I told you. I love all of you equally. You know, I may have tried harder to be, with others, but it doesn't matter. It's not like, that's not what it means. I experienced different feelings with everyone, but it all came back to, here comes the rest of that shitty song. It all comes back to you. It all comes back to love. What's the song, Russ? I don't know the song. I don't know the words to your shitty songs. Such a shitty song. Why? Because he has shitty feelings. His songs are about his shitty-ass feelings. That's why I don't like his music anymore. I don't like the shitty feelings that he stays in. It's shitty. I don't want to listen to your shit. That's why I stopped listening to Marshall. I don't feel that way anymore, Marshall. I'm not angry. I'm not pissed off. I get there. I do sometimes, and I'll turn on your music when I feel like when I feel like it, but I don't just stay in that shit no more. And that's it. It's like, you're listening to Ali's music? I thought you couldn't handle it. I don't have hard feelings anymore. His music doesn't bring out hard feelings. It brings out a pride, a gratitude. I remember when I used to cry to this song. I remember how these words used to hurt me because of people's actions. But it doesn't anymore. Look how strong I am. Look how beautiful his song is. He felt like me. And that's it. He didn't mean to hurt me with his music. He was hurting with his own music. And that's it. It's like, I'm not going to listen to you guys hurt. And that goes back to my post that's really pissing everyone off, and it's the truth. You're not a musician. You're a fucking content creator. You're creating the content that's within inside of yourself, and you're projecting it onto others. You want people to feel like you feel. You want them to resonate with your music. And you wonder why your fucking crowds are the way that your crowds are. They're crowded and nothing but your shadows. You know what I mean? Marshall runs from his fans, the stands, but they're nothing but him. A bunch of fucking him. He's scared of him. He's scared of people that are just like him. You know what I mean? Truthfully. And then you got like Russ, a bunch of people with, insecurities and you know what I mean, people pleasing and codependency and shit. And then you got Ali, you know what I mean, people that have been heartbroken and vulnerable and shit. Their crowds are their energy. But when are you going to change your energy? You want to change your crowd, change your energy. Yeah, you're going to lose a bunch of people that don't feel, that are still in those feelings. Fine. What about the people that are in better feelings? That have a better feeling about life? There's a whole radio station here called The Positive. It's all about positivity. You couldn't even get played on our radio with the shit that comes out of your mouth. They wouldn't even play you on our radio because it's negative. Negative. It's a no. They're talking about killing people. I had sex with your wife, and not in those words. Tupac, I love you. I need to get out and have a cigarette and go up here and see the kiddos. I was gonna get snacks, but my spirit just brought me here. I guess they might be already asleep, or they don't want snacks, or we don't need snacks before bed. They say sometimes you can get nightmares from eating before bed. Does it happen to you people? I don't know. I listen to what they say. It doesn't mean it always applies to my life. So, yeah, lots of stuff for you. I gave you a whole hour and 17 minutes. I gave you more than I did work. This was hard work. Baby steps. You're not who you used to be, but you're not a complete version of what you could be. Are you going through the process of transformation? Are you letting that shit die and being reborn to new ideas and new possibilities? And that's where, my twin flames are like, why are you going to make me look like the bad guy? I'm not making you look that way. You feel that way about your life when you hear me talk about it. You're making yourself the bad guy. You're playing the bad role to yourself. Truthfully, there's nothing bad about what you're doing. There's a million yous. There's only one of me. And I still love you. It's like, going back to God and, humans. Why did you guys make me look like this? Why did you make Lilith out to be a fucking demon? Why did you guys make me look like this? And I have to come back and, show everyone I'm not what you said I was. But am I? Maybe I was what you said I was. But you didn't see the whole picture. You only saw the darkness of what God made me. You didn't see the light. You didn't see that God made me. You didn't see me. They hid my stories. They hid me. And that's it. She has a daughter. Oh yeah, she's a real dark one. She ain't nothing like Jesus. What are you talking about? We're family. That's like me and you guys. Oh God. Your ugly stepkids are coming. Your stepkids are coming. Is that Adam and Eve and their descendants? Oh God. The brothers are here. You like my witch laugh that he gave me? Who else do you know? And I've never heard a witch laugh come out of nobody before me. Not in real life. I know they do it on movies and stuff. Never heard a woman or a man or anybody laugh and I'd be like, damn, that sounds like a witch. Hey, I pissed someone off last night. I pulled in, I think it was this morning actually. I pulled into this parking space all real harsh because I had an attitude. I had to pee or something. I don't know, I had an attitude. And he's like, geez, you just come pulling in like a fucking witch on like a witch on her broomstick. And I grabbed my necklaces. I said, I am very much a witch. I just left my broom at home. Fuck off. And I flipped him off and walked in. It's like, I thought you were supposed to be love and light. I am. What are you talking about? Why can't I have a mouth? Why can't I speak like that? How am I ungodly because I spoke? That's how I speak. Wonder why I call you bitch. Get out of my face, bitch. Like you cannot be part of Christ's family. Bitch, please. Bitch, please. I know him. Do you know Christ Almighty? He was talking to me this morning about his footprint up your ass. Like he doesn't talk like that. No, he doesn't talk like that. I do. That's how God made me. Stupid. She's the devil. She's the devil. Do you remember our card last night? What was our card? The devil card? You're going to have to face the devil side of you that people deem as the devil. I'm not. Stop making me out to be a bad guy. I'm good. It's all good. Love and light, bitch. Bitch. I'll catch you tomorrow for some Sunday Fun Day light codes. I'm just in my shadows, and that's okay. It's beautiful. Watch me take all this off. You want to see my silhouette? It's the most beautiful thing. When I take all this skin off and stop trying to be what God said, and I could just be my dark, dirty self, it's fucking beautiful. You hear me? Oh, it's fucking beautiful. He made me like this. Casted me into the dark seas, the depths of the Red Sea, into the ocean, and he just kept fucking kicking me out. Just kicking me to this like a can down the street. I set you apart. This isn't apart. This is a whole different reality. This is a whole different... Where the fuck have you put me, God? I never went anywhere he didn't allow. You know what I mean? In the sense of... Lucifer... He's not allowed to go, man. You keep that attitude, you're going to have to stay there. You're not allowed to go anywhere else in the tree of life. You stay there. You too, Hades. You stay there. If you're going to keep that attitude, you stay there. That's where you occupy. This is your world. This is your reality. You occupy here. If you can't have a better attitude, then you don't go to a better reality. In the sense of, how do I get to hang out with Jesus? Because I got a Christ consciousness. Just a dirty mouth. Here we go again with my mouth. I brushed my teeth. Ask him right after. Hold on, I gotta brush my teeth. I wasn't gonna stop. As soon as I swallowed, I gotta go brush my teeth. Your babies are in my mouth right now. I'm gonna make sure I swallow the rest of these down. That's a good one. X gonna give it to you. This is very X-rated. Hey, laters. Hey. Traders.